Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8. Today playing turn-based tactical space strategy game Starhammer the Vanguard Prophecy. I actually reviewed another title by this developer similar. It's called Starhammer Tactics back in 2012. This is basically an enhanced, improved version of that. Game includes a campaign mode where your crew levels up over time, gets more abilities. It has a pretty linear mission order. It does unlock missions based on your war score, which is decided based on your aggressiveness or defensiveness that you play out each scenario, which is pretty interesting. But I'm not a big fan of the scripted linear scenarios that do become repetitive after a while. What I'm going to do is do a custom skirmish mission. One thing that the game lacks that I wish it did have was multiplayer. I think this is a perfect game for Slitherine's play-by-email system, but it's a feature that they do not have here. So let's create a skirmish game. Alright, so what you can do is you can pick one of the campaign scenarios if you like. You can create your own custom skirmish battle or do a completely randomly generated scenario. So I'm going to customize it a little bit just so I can show off the options here. So you pick off one of your maps, it doesn't really matter too much. And you can pick between small, medium, and large scenarios. The large ones are very big, so I'm going to pick a small one in the interest of time. Now, you always play as the humans, which I think is actually probably the reason why they don't have online multiplayer, is because you don't play as the Nautilus, which are these kind of, arthropod-looking things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to auto-select and hide them so I don't really know what's happening. But you do get to choose your fleet, so you have everything from raiders up to dreadnoughts. And it's important to have kind of a balanced type force because each unit has their own little special ability that helps you on the battlefield. So there's my dreadnought. Oh. Maybe. There we go. We'll see how many of these I can put in here. Yeah, that's going to use up a lot of my points. We'll do a frigate, and that'll be it. So there's my 3 ships for my small force there. And then the other units have different abilities there. One thing you can do, as I take my dreadnought off the map here, is you can change their elevation. Things are laid up in tiers, kind of easy way of kind of abstracting 3D. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this down a level just so ships don't ram into each other. And then we'll start the game and I'll show you how it works. Alright, so there's all the enemies. There's no real fog of war in the game, you just get to see everything at once. The game is turn-based. One thing that's kind of neat is it calculates the resulting turn as you move, which is very interesting and kind of saves or eliminates turn resolution time, which is really nice. The interface here, I'll turn on the weapon firing arcs there. I don't know why they're off by default. But this little blue ring shows you where you can move based on your current energy distribution. So if you click on this, you can designate energy between the engines, weapons, and shields. And obviously that affects the performance of each of those things. Even more interesting are the shields. You can actually allocate which part of your ship all of your shield energy is, and as damage starts coming in, you can kind of change where most of your energy is, so you can try to decrease the amount of damage the enemy does towards you, which is pretty interesting, I think. As I alluded to earlier, different ships have different abilities. This battlecruiser has the ability to fire missiles, has 50 of them. My little frigate over here has countermeasures, which will guard against incoming missiles. And then my dreadnought has drones. And I'm going to launch the drones immediately and then use them as I go on. So, since these units are relatively close, there's a lot of enemies, so we'll see how this goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go like this for the first turn. And just kind of aim straight for these guys, and we'll see how it goes. Let me allocate my missiles. So you simply pick a ship, and then you pick how many missiles you want to fire at them. So we'll fire 6 at that guy. And we'll do a similar setup for this. This blue thing is a stun. So So what I might actually do is kind of do like this and try to get him broadside with my medium lasers. And then for my third guy, do similar. Now he has some heavy lasers on the side, so I would like to get broadside with him, if possible. Alright, and that's it. That's my turn. You know, and then you can move things up and down. And basically what you're doing is you're changing where they're moving, and then you're allocating either missiles, countermeasures, or drones. Or you can have repair bots as well. And that's basically it. I think the game overall is pretty good. It's one of the better tactical games that I've played, but it really needs like one more thing or two more things to do every turn. As it stands, the missions in the campaign and really the missions in general get kind of repetitive over time. Now, as I said, it already resolved the turn as I made my changes, so it's instant when it goes. You can see lots of incoming fire and all sorts of crazy stuff. So graphics are pretty good, pretty detailed models and stuff like that, and lots of damage and all sorts of stuff. And I need these countermeasures to go immediately. So there goes countermeasures there. I'll hopefully take care of these incoming missiles that are coming in from this Leviathan. Alright, so one other thing you can do is when you actually designate a target, you can switch between targeted fire or auto fire. If you do targeted fire against one enemy, like for example this guy, what it'll do is it'll improve the damage against him. But then it also gives you less flexibility, as you would imagine. This guy, I think I'm going to do like this. Let me send him down a level, actually. Alright, this guy, I think his shields are about to get destroyed here, so I'm going to bring his weapons down a little bit. Alright, so let me fire another countermeasure. There we go, so 2 of 2 is done there. And then we got more missiles. Let's try this Guardian, let's give him 4. There we go, and that's it. Lots of explosions there. You see my countermeasures worked. Now these alien ships are very fragile. If you mouse over, you can actually see their hit points. You can also see that there's shield damage modifiers based on the side, which is pretty interesting. So you know there's some strategy there in positioning. That's really what the game is about positioning your ships. And do some more countermeasures here. Let me put him on auto fire because these guys are coming in hot. Yeah, see his left shields obviously are very low, so I'm going to pull them up, which decreases the rest of the shields. And also if you have your shield percentage high enough, the shields will also regenerate. You can see he does 0.31 a second. So that's pretty nifty. Alright, more missiles. Do 4 more for that Guardian. So you see everything auto fires. You don't have to worry about designating targets every time, especially if you have everything set to auto fire. So pretty intuitive. Yeah, this guy is really in trouble. I need to pull his shields up. I think he got stunned or something. Yeah, probably only 2 missiles needed for that. Alright, so that's 1. 2 is also in pretty bad shape. I think I got too many enemies going here. Do a countermeasure there, and we'll do a countermeasure on the other side. Alright. Yeah, his hull is down pretty far. So we'll pull his shield up a little bit. This guy is almost dead too. Bloop. So I may not fare too well in this scenario. But you get the idea. So basically you're just adjusting. They have their, the drones are out, don't they? So what you do with the drones is you set the target. So this is probably the least elegant part of the uh, interface is trying to scroll through stuff to target things, but alright. Yep, these guys are gonna ram, aren't they? They are. No, not anymore. Alright. Does have a little map view so you can see all the enemies that are coming in at you. Alright, let's try to get this guy out. Yeah, let me get rid of this krill. Yes. Or the big guy, the Leviathan. 6 out of 6. Get rid of him. Alright, my shields are a lot better now, so I can dial that back a little bit. Yeah, this guy's good. Now, usually you're just kind of constantly adjusting how you want things to go. Let's do that. A couple countermeasures. This guy is the guy that's in real trouble, though. He's probably going to ram into that guy, too. Alright, I think we're good. Yep, sure did. Yeah, and once you ram it, send your navigation offline. That's such a target. Yeah, take care of this guy. They have little batteries that basically make it so you can't keep them going the whole time. It actually might not be in too bad of a shape. His left shields are low, though. There we go. Yeah, and you can see since my shield is only 24%, it doesn't recharge. I think that it has to be like 50, I believe. No, a little bit below that. Yeah, it's like 40% I think. Yeah, almost. Somewhere in that vicinity, I would say. Yeah, 45 does. Alright. So got countermeasures going. I don't know. It's these guys. Alright. Tons of missiles for him. Yeah, severely injured. Let's blast him out. Yeah, and this guy I can't adjust anyway because he just rammed into somebody, so... Ugh, this guy's getting hammered. Ugh. Ships are not doing so hot. At least 3 is not. Alright, he needs to rotate and get these guys in the red zone. Get his heavy lasers on them. Alright, so that's good for him. What do I want you to do? There's actually not that many enemies left. They're all camping out over there. So we'll do that with you. You're actually okay-ish on shields, so we'll do that. And we're going to rotate you around. I want this guy dead. 111. Go. All he is. Bring up the front. Get him. Yeah, you dead, sucker. Alright, what do we got now? Couple guys in the back and all the rest of them are up there, so it should be in pretty good shape. So now... yeah, we need to get all this stuff in here. Heavy shield. Ugh. Crud. Stupid missile. Hey, where are these guys at? Two guys in the back. Drones are awaiting their targets. Could take care of that guy for me, would you? Alright, so one is dead. Yeah, we're gonna take this guy after them. Let's fire some countermeasures on front. Alright, what do I want to do with you? I'm gonna go fast. Actually, I'm gonna keep you here because it's gonna take so long to get back there. I'm gonna try to take out both these guys with my frigate. See how that works out. Hey, buddy. You just got stunned. Alright. Full power to weapons. Get him. Ugh, so close, 11. Do it again. Alright, got that. Yep, he keeps getting hit by missiles. Yep, this guy. So, that's a recall. Yeah, those guys are drained. Well, you, sir, should be able to take that guy on. Actually, I want right full. Alright, is that it for that section? Nope, that's a sentinel left. That's right, this guy. So here I come. This is kind of the tedious part of the game where you have to clean up everything. Get him. Huh. And it looked like the calculation hung. Oh well. Well, I think you get the idea. It's a good time to stop. Overall, I think it's pretty good. There's a couple things that could be improved. The campaign's pretty repetitive. The lack of multiplayer is disappointing. And like I said, it needs like one or two more things to do during the battles. But I really like the shield energy distribution method and all the tactics of putting your ships in the good position. You know, it has all the bonuses for different armors on different sides of the ships and stuff like that, kind of like a World War II tank deal. Interface is decent, but again, it needs maybe one or two minor things to kind of push it into the next level of enjoyment. So, if you like tactical space games, this is definitely one that's on the better side of things, though. That's all I have for today. Until next time. Bye now.